I'm Margareta Brail. I'm the coordinator of the CREATE project, and today we had the final conference of this project, tearing the sum of what we have done and trying to explore what will happen in the future.
The value of the CREATE, but also all other Interreg projects, is that it connects scientists such as myself and all other relevant people that are needed today because of the urgency of the topic. So the topic that is within the main focus of the CREATE project is the climate change. We all know that it's urgent. We all know that we need to act now. As I said, ISOR, that is Institute of Oceanography and Fisheries, is here to make the assessment, scientific assessment of what is going to be expected in the future in terms of the climate change based on the global warming that is happening on the global level, and together with all other relevant parties, we are trying to find the best solution for the climate change mitigation and adaptation. Within the CREATE project, I would say the most valuable thing is the most valuable things are the webinars that are on the YouTube channel, because they cover all relevant topics that are needed to be included and discussed if we want to act as a society towards a better future.
We joined the CREATE project because we wanted to identify together with our partners good practices and good results which were produced in the more than 15 projects which are devoted to the climate change impacts and adaptation to climate change, with a total value of more than 20 million euros. So we wanted to identify what are the good practices and good results that could be replicated.
One of the most important added values of the project was the capability of shrinking from a huge bunch of information that was created during the last programming period to a more focused fraction that was immediately applicable for adaptation and increasing the response capability of coastal systems in the Adriatic area and beyond. I hope that we did manage to actually provide some tools and instruments and pieces of knowledge that enable the immediate response of coastal systems and communities to climate change and the threats that are affecting our times, because the urgency is there, and of course we need to increase our studies, our knowledge and everything, but we do also need to actually act now. So there is the need of an immediate reaction and response.
We are representative what we as the County of Split doing in this project CREATE. So CREATE is one very good project where we as a government have opportunity to collaborate with all this university, NGO and some other partners from the Croatia and Italy. This project have inventory of the knowledge of the previous project, and the share of that knowledge, it will be better for all of us to understand from the one side climate change and another side mitigation and adaptation of all of that measure that we are collect from the previous project. This project also gives us opportunity to review all that project, all that database that we have, to check again and see what to do in the future collaboration between Croatia and Italy.
The main issue pointed out by the mayor at the meeting in Pescara was that the adaptation usually takes long time, that is not synchronized with the administrative timing. So this is one of the points that get really hard to apply this kind of adaptation policies.
We are a technical partner. We try to contribute to this project with our expertise, with our knowledge, and gain knowledge regarding a response project and all benefits. In the CREATE project, Energy Institute presented the knowledge gained from the project response and regarding SECAP development, risk and vulnerability on the climate changes, and helping local communities to develop their plans and make sustainable development regarding their future look of the local communities. We developed methodology in the response project for the risk and vulnerability analysis, and that's the main thing that we had from this project. The synergy between Croatian and Italian partners in this program was really good, and we hope that we will continue to work together and to help local communities in Adriatic area in the future.
One of the challenges that directly involved us as University of Venice and the Planning Climate Change Lab refer to the evaluation and assessment of the project proposal that were submitted to the Adriatic Adaptation Award. And this indeed has been quite interesting and relevant from also an academic point of view, to find the appropriate criteria and an effective and fair manner to evaluate these proposals and find the proper way for the jury to assess these proposals, because we're speaking about a territory that have different hazards, different problems, complex problems affecting it, and each area is answering to this problem in different way. So to find a common way to read these projects, it's fascinating, it's a challenge, and it has been a key activity of the project.
Another important thing we did today was to award those proposals which have been submitted for the Adriatic Adaptation Award, which we evaluated as the best ones. We awarded 4 different proposals from Italy and Croatia submitted. We awarded 4 different proposals from Italy, 2 from Italy and 2 from Croatia, which presented different initiatives for adaptation action, which can be used as a role model or an example to be replicated or upscaled in the Adriatic area. Projects we awarded were partly different, 2 of them dedicated to urban areas, dealing with stormwater runoff and marine intrusion. And 2 very different projects. One is a small-scale project re-establishing a traditional way of managing the landscape in a hilly area, which is using dry walls, which has many co-benefits further to preventing landslides and fire risks. It also enhances biodiversity and allows for a traditional form of agriculture. So it is not only care for landscape, but it is also source of income for those who have realized it.
Il compito dei muri a secco, dei terrazzamenti dei muri a secco, è di contenere la terra e naturalmente anche i macigni dal cadere verso le zone basse dove ci sono gli abitati e che non può finire molto bene durante le frequenti piogge di cui siamo testimoni in questi tempi. Io insieme a un veterano della guerra e a sua moglie stiamo conducendo un podere dove stiamo dimostrando come si può cambiare, anzi rispondere a questi cambiamenti climatici, specialmente per la prevenzione contro gli incendi e lo slittamento della terra che finisce in mare se i muretti costruiti 150 anni fa vengono distrutti dalla foresta.
Un onore essere fra le 4 iniziative riconosciute come meritevoli dell'Adriatic Adaptation Award per la nostra strategia GIDAC, gestione integrata per la difesa e l'adattamento delle zone costiere al cambiamento climatico dell'Emilia Romagna, con motivazioni che sono state appunto l'approccio olistico, l'approccio partecipativo e l'implementazione, il sistema di implementazione che abbiamo previsto. È un onore ma è anche una responsabilità perché essendo fra queste 4 iniziative selezionate avremo un po' quello che è il riflettore puntato, no? Sulla poi reale attuazione ed efficacia delle azioni proposte nella strategia, a fronte di un cambiamento climatico atteso, certamente, ma i cui effetti, i cui impatti spesso sono anche poco prevedibili.
Here we are in front of our new waterfront in the southern part of Rimini. This is a regeneration project that we are taking forward along the 16 kilometers of waterfront that we have. We started from there, from the sewage system, but in doing that we also started thinking how we could be more resilient in tackling issues like climate change and the idea that the sea could be harder in future years for activities and human beings along the waterfront. So the project that we took forward in reshaping the waterfront made us in the position to get an higher waterfront. So we have worked on the waterfront and it is about 80 centimeters higher now than it was before because this gives us the possibility to be more resilient against climate change from the sea, climate change, new things that we have to face. We have a lot of bars and operators that work on the beach attendants, and we are, thanks to the waterfront that now is higher, we have been able to protect also the hotels and the buildings that are beyond the waterfront. So this is a concept, an idea that we are taking forward along all the waterfront. All this investment and it helped us a lot also recently because a few weeks ago we had very bad rains in Romagna and also in our in Rimini. Our city now was able to resist more than other cities to the rain consequences thanks first to big investments that had been done many decades ago along the rivers. So there been major investments that helped us in being more resilient, but also to this big investment, because much part of the water that had been collected here was then pushed into the sea, and this helped all this area that usually, prior to this investment, this area usually was covered by water even when it rained less than it rained a few weeks ago. This time we had no water along the waterfront or along the buildings that are back there.
Hello, my name is Anja Ademi. I'm from the city of Pula. I'm a local strategic coordinator and head of urban development and infrastructure. Pula had a lot of problems with floods, and back in 2011 we started with a pilot project, and after everything was improved we implemented nature-based solutions as a must in our general urban plan. What is important for us that the rain gardens, although small, are frontline solutions in fighting the climate change and implementing nature-based solutions.
These 4 proposals were the ones we evaluated as those which have the highest potential for replication and high value for adaptation, specifically for the Adriatic area. It was a difficult decision because there were other proposals, for instance, a coastal plan also for the Split Dalmatia County, which had also a very high quality, but at the end we had agreed beforehand that only 4 proposals would have been awarded. Others were smaller technical proposals, interesting, but we will document them in some way and hope that we can repeat this experience in the next time.